So it's been a while since I've actually done a headphone review because most of the ones that I have tested haven't been really spectacular. So I just kind of did a written review. Wasn't anything to do a video about. But these are kind of interesting. I'm sure that most people have heard about open ear design headphones. I did do a review a while back about regarding the DB Soars open ear headphones, which actually I'm going to do a little bit comparison with those. That's these guys right here with the new SoundPeats crystal clear earbuds, PearlClip Pro earbuds. Like how they name these things. The company SoundPeats is just a fun name. And I did have some interaction with them prior to doing the review. When I first got my first review unit, which was this unit here, the right earbud was not working, and I don't know why. Manufacturing defect or something else happened, who knows, but that right one has never worked. So I reached out to them and I said, hey, I've got this pair of earphones. I was going to do a review on them, but I can't because the right one isn't working. And they said, hey, no problem, we'll send you another pair of earphones so you can review those. So I got these. I have been using them for several weeks, and both work out of the box. You can see that the light is red, so I've been using them almost down to killing the battery, or depleting the battery in the case. But anyway, so these are an open ear design, and they're a little different, right? So if this, you really need to buy an earlobe for these types of things. If this was your earlobe and this was like the outside of your ear, these are, and this is the the hole that goes into your inner ear. This would actually be the left ear. It would actually sit like this on the earlobe. Okay, I don't want to stretch these out, but it would sit on your earlobe like that, right? And they actually will kind of sit out like that. So they really, when you're wearing them, it looks like you're wearing like these big old huge hoop earrings. I don't wear earrings myself, but when I wear these, people look at me like I'm wearing big old hoop earrings. I actually had one young lady stop me. I was in a store and she stopped me and she said, hey, so are those piercings or are those headphones? I said, no, they're headphones. She goes, wow, that's interesting. They look like piercings. I said, okay, but yeah, not piercings. They're headphones. So if you have an issue with wearing headphones that make it look like you got big hoop earrings on, these are probably not for you, because they're very obvious when you're wearing them. Even though kind of the whole point of the open ear, the small open ear design, is to kind of make it look innocuous in your ear. These don't. They really kind of stick out as a hoop, and maybe I'll get a picture of them on and you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, they do stick out quite a bit because of that that loop area just kind of sits for it, like your ear will be here and that much of it is going to be sticking out of the ear. The speaker is, I always get confused with these things here. Yeah, the speaker is on this side here. There's all these little indentations that you see here. That's actually the speaker holes. And these open ear headphones sound phenomenal. And it's not something that you would think that somebody would say about open ear headphones, but they really do sound exceptionally well. And from the reviews I've read about other SoundPeats types headphones, SoundPeats really provides good quality sound for a shockingly low price, right? And I know I'm sounding like a commercial, but this is the only pair of SoundPeats that I own. I don't own any other SoundPeats, so this is my first foray or test into the SoundPeats headphones. And I've got Anchor, I've got Sony, I've got some very nice high-end Sony, I've got Wise earbuds and Wise ear headphones, which actually also Wise makes very good sounding headphones. I even have a neckband Bose headphones, which sound amazing. And those, I guess, would be technically, be called open ear headphones, because they don't go around your ear, right? They go around your neck. And actually, I'll bring those out so you can see them in case you've never seen those before. I'm not even sure if they make these anymore. I probably should have looked that up before, but these are the Bose, and they go around your neck and they fire upwards, and they have phenomenal sound. They're Bose headphones. But these things are, I think when they came out, they were like $450 for these, right? These, I believe the retail price, I don't think they're officially out. Maybe by this recording they might be officially out, but I think the official price on these is supposed to be, I believe, somewhere between $69 or $79 for these. And you'd think, well, I've never heard of SoundPeats. Why am I going to pay $70 for a pair of, no-name headphones? Well, SoundPeats actually has a name. They've been around for quite a while, and based on what I'm hearing, what the sound quality is in these headphones, they sounds like they probably make some very good quality stuff. So $79 for these high quality headphones is really not a stretch, especially if you plan on purchasing the Bose open ear headphones that are $250. That's a much more expensive set of headphones. Now, I don't have those to compare, so I'm not going to tell you that these sound as good, or 50% or 75% as good as the Bose, because I don't have those to compare with. And Bose, if you're watching, I'll be happy to take a pair that I can test with. I'm not going to spend $250 on a pair of Bose headphones, open ear headphones, when I already have these Bose headphones that sound really good. And these, from an open ear standpoint, sound phenomenal to me. So not only for spoken language, news reports, podcasts, that sort of thing, right? That's what most people would use these types of headphones for. And I also have some old open ear Shocks like headphones. These are like really old and rugged. You can tell I taped them up here. But these are, these basically fire into your ear canal. Similar to the way these work, these fire into your ear canal, but the sound quality between these SoundPeats and these there is no comparison. Okay, these sound very tiny, like somebody's yelling at you in a tube that's a mile long away. These sound, in comparison, almost to a closed ear headphone. The sound quality, you just really have to listen to it to appreciate how well they sound in comparison to these. I believe Anchor also makes a set of open ear headphones as well too that are in a similar price range. I think theirs are they have a C40i and maybe C309i and a C400i, something along those lines. And one of them was like $69. The other one's $99. I don't have those in comparison either, but from the reviews I've read about those, that they sound all right. They don't sound phenomenal compared to closed ear or in-ear headphones or over-the-ear headphones. These sound almost as good as an in-ear headphone without actually being in your ear, because they don't get anywhere near the inside of your ear. They're sitting on that outside lip. As compared to the DB Soars that I reviewed about a year ago, these sound okay. And I mean, they sound great for spoken language podcast, and music sounds okay with them. But you can definitely tell these are sitting on top and outside of your ear. And they don't have very good fidelity from a music standpoint. These have crisp highs, nice rich mids, and a nice deep bass, which you're like, what? Open ear headphones with a deep bass? Yeah, these actually have a deep bass. Now, granted, if you're in a really noisy environment, you're going to hear all the noisy environment along with whatever you're listening to in these, because these sit outside your ear. So they're not going to block outside sound and noise, which is the whole point of wearing open ear headphones, right? You want to be able to hear what's going on around you. But it's also going to make the music or whatever you listen to more muted, because it's competing with what's around you. But if you're listening in a fairly quiet area with these, you would swear that you're wearing in-ear headphones, that these aren't sitting on the outside of your ear. That's how good they sound. And if you've seen any of my other reviews, I'm pretty critical about anything that I review. I'm not not getting paid by these companies to review their stuff, so they're going to get an honest review from me and what I do with testing. So that's the positives. The negative part, the things that I don't like about these headphones is the touch controls are on this surface here. This is the part that that kind of sits in your ear coming in. I know this is not a representation, but it's going to kind of sit like that, like this. So that little tiny piece of your part of your ear, that little nub that's on the that small nub that's on the outside of your ear lobe, is going to be sitting here, and then this much of the touch surface is exposed. So understanding where that surface is and what single tap, double tap, triple tap, that sort of thing gets a little bit getting used to, right? Because you're not just sticking your finger in your ear and pressing a button. You're sticking your finger outside and behind your ear opening to actually touch it. So until you get that mastered, you're probably going to be misfiring things. Plus, I don't think their controls, they don't work as well as the controls for, say, my Wise earbuds. I think probably the most accurate controls of any earbuds that I've ever tested are my Wise earbuds Pro. Those are like 99.9% accurate. When I do a double tap, triple tap, whatever, long tap, whatever, they work. These, I've gotten a lot better with the tapping, but still sometimes you'll tap it and then there'll be kind of a little delay and you'll hear like this bling bling sound, and then it does whatever you tell it to, whether it's raise the volume or next track or previous track or pause, play, whatever it is that you've told it to do. So yeah, so just keep that in mind, that there is a little bit of a delay on the taps, and that there's going to be kind of a learning curve when you're figuring out where that tapping location is on the earbud. They do have some level of waterproofing. They're not meant to go swimming with, obviously. But they do have a nice sized driver, great sound quality, and you get the typical amount of hours with these, right? You're going to get 6 to 8 hours of playback time on them. The case is going to give you like another 20 some odd hours, I think, of charge on them. So you got plenty, just like every other true wireless headphone. That's about the amount of time you're going to get on there. Really, the last thing that I wanted to say is two things. Pairing was pretty simple, right? They're using Bluetooth 5.4, I believe. I'm looking on the site here, and I'm not actually looking on Amazon. I probably should have looked on SoundPeats site, but I believe it's 5.4 Bluetooth, so they pair very easily. There is a SoundPeats sound application, and you have to get the right one. So in the documentation, it's going to have a link to the proper app. Don't download the wrong one, because I downloaded the wrong one initially. I just went to the Play Store and downloaded the wrong one, and I downloaded I think the one I downloaded was like SoundPeats. It's still made by SoundPeats. It's an application, but it's meant for something else. You need to download the Peats Audio application. Now, you don't have to have the application. These work just fine. You pair them with your device, and they'll start. You can start using them immediately. The Peats Audio gives you different sound level scapes that you can set on them. So, you know, if you want heavier bass or you want higher trebles, that sort of thing, or you can create your own, you know, sound scheme on there to kind of fit it to your listening style, right? So it's a nice little tool to have, and it also tells you how much battery's left on the headphones and the case. So, you know, I think most companies now have like a little app that does all that. So I'm not telling you anything that's, you know, new or groundbreaking. But just make sure if you are going to download, make sure you download the Peats Audio app and not the SoundPeats Audio or whatever. It's something else. It's called SoundPeats something else. It's a great buy, really. If you're looking for a good quality pair of open ear headphones, these are the ones, as compared to the other ones that I have, the DB Soars or these old shock style headphones. So I think you'll enjoy these. Anyway, I think that's going to be it. I probably talked a little longer than I should have, but I hope you enjoy the review, and I hope this was helpful for you in making an informed decision, and we'll see you on the next review.